Hey everybody, it's Miss April. Thank you so much for joining us today for a very special story time. As you might know, today is the first night of Hanukkah, and before I picked a book to read for this story time, I didn't know too much about Hanukkah other than kind of what you learn in school or what decorations you see in the grocery store, kind of passive absorption from popular culture things. So I tried to pick a book that told the story of Hanukkah with a fun twist, and I found Meet the Latkes by Alan Silberberg. If you don't know what latkes are, they're a really delicious traditional Hanukkah treat. They're basically potato pancakes, and you can have them with applesauce or sour cream. A lot of restaurants around here serve them, and they're really delicious. So let's discover the history of Hanukkah together with Meet the Latkes by Alan Silberberg with permission from Viking Picture Books. Meet the Latkes by Alan Silberberg with permission from Viking Picture Books. Meet the Latka family. They're just like you and me, except they're potato pancakes. That's Lucy Latka, hello, and her dog Applesauce, woof. Mama and Papa are busy in the kitchen making fried jelly donuts, soufganyat, which is another word for fried jelly donuts. Lucy's older brother Lex is reading comic books. Get out of my room, he shouts. Lex is a teenager. He doesn't care about anything. I don't care. But Lex should care because tonight's the night, Lucy sings. It is the first night of Hanukkah. No, it's not. Oh, right, there's somebody else in the Latka family. Grandpa. Hi there. Tonight's not Hanukkah, Grandpa says. It's Shanukkah. That's what I said. Lucy is confused. Chanukah. Grandpa grumbles. Say it with me. Hanukkah. Actually, both Hanukkah and Hanukkah are right. The holiday's name is Hebrew, so there are different ways to say it and spell it in English. Hanukkah and Hanukkah. Thanks, applesauce, says Lucy. Says Grandpa. Getting ready for Hanukkah, the Latka family cooks and sings, Oh, dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. That's the dreidel song. It's a traditional Hanukkah song, and decorates the house, except for Lex. He still doesn't care about anything. I still don't care. Then, after the menorah is lit and the dreidels are spun and the gelt gets gobbled, Grandpa plops Lucy onto his lap. Do you want to hear about the miracle of Hanukkah, my little Latka? I do, says Lucy, biting into her last chocolate coin. Grandpa begins with just a whisper. First, you need to know about the bees. Bees? Lucy asks. Grandpa nods. Hanukkah is a celebration of how the Jewish temple was saved from destruction. We celebrate this holiday thanks to the brave bees who buzzed and stung and fought to keep our people safe. I'm pretty sure there aren't any bees in the history of Hanukkah or Hanukkah. Fuh, says Grandpa. Whose story is this? Lucy's eyes widen. Were the bees big, Grandpa? Big. They were huge, giant. They were mega bees. You mean Maccabees. Nope, Grandpa says, definitely mega bees. And the biggest, bravest bee of them all was Judah Maccabee. Judah Maccabee. He was a mighty warrior and heroic Jew who lived in Israel more than 2,000 years ago. And there were no bees. But Lucy can see it now. Judah and his swarm of giant bees, buzzing and stinging and fighting to save the Jewish temple and the lives of everyone who worshipped there. And who do you think Judah and his big bees were battling, Grandpa asks. That's easy. It was alien potatoes from planet Ha! Grandpa booms. No. Yes. This is ridiculous. Zip, zap, zowie, Grandpa continues. Outer space spuds invaded Earth. Lasers shot from their eyes, and they had a lot of eyes. Everyone was doomed. Help us! Are you kidding? The enemy wasn't a bunch of alien potatoes. It was a terrible king named Antiochus. Antiochus demanded that everyone believe in the same religion as he did, Applesauce goes on. So for the Jews, that meant no more studying the Torah, no more celebrating Shabbat, and never again worshiping God. King Antiochus and his followers almost completely destroyed the Jewish temple. He was a tyrant. Yes, a tyrant, agrees Grandpa. Judah and the Megabees were trapped by those evil tater tyrants from planet prisoners in their own hive. They only had enough honey to last one day. Running out of honey? No, they were running out of oil. They needed oil to keep the temple's eternal flame burning, and they weren't bees. The Megabees plotted and schemed, Grandpa says, and the next morning when the sun rose on the temple, an enormous wooden dreidel stood in the village square. What could it be? The alien potatoes all wondered. And why does it buzz? Lucy waves her arms. I know, the Megabees were hiding inside the dreidel. Smart Latka, cries Grandpa. Plits, plats, plots. The Megabees burst from the dreidel and sliced and whipped and mashed those tater tyrants into tatters. Tater tyrants, Lucy asks. Try saying that 3 times fast, Grandpa says. That sounds really hard. You should try. Tattered tater tyrants, tattered tater tyrants, tattered tater tyrants. So that is a tongue twister. And then, miracle of miracle, Grandpa says, Judah Megabee stood in the middle of all those spoiled spuds. What a waste, he said. And so that great warrior added some egg and some onion and pinch of flour to make something good from the bad. Potato latkes. Us? Us! Oi. Lucy's eyes and mouth are open wide. So the miracle of Hanukkah is that a long time ago the Megabees turned alien potatoes into latkes? Is that really true? Of course it's not true! The miracle of Hanukkah is that not only did the small group of Maccabees protect their temple from King Antiochus' powerful army, but also the tiny bit of oil left to light the holy menorah didn't last for just one day, that the oil kept the eternal light bright for 8 whole days. Lucy points to her family's glowing menorah. 8 candle holders, 8 days of the Hanukkah miracle, and the shamas, the tallest candle to light all the others. You can see it's that white candle right there. You know what, Grandpa says? I like the dog's miracle better. Me too, says Mama. Me too, says Papa. I don't care, says Lex, stuffing his face with chocolate gelt. Lex, you left your room, cries Mama. It's another Hanukkah miracle. Grandpa pats applesauce. Now that we all know the Hanukkah story, he gives the wooden dreidel a little spin. Who wants to hear about Passover? The end. Thank you guys so very much for joining us for a reading of Meet the Latkes. I hope you learned a little bit about Hanukkah and the traditions and the history behind the holiday, even if it was maybe a little bit silly with the Megabees instead of the Maccabees. I certainly liked both Grandpa's version and Applesauce's version. So if you want to check out anything else here on our YouTube channel, feel free. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. We have plenty of other stuff coming weekly right here on our YouTube channel. Check out our Facebook page as well, Eastlake Library Kids, and we hope to see you very soon and hope you have a very nice first night of Hanukkah. Goodbye.